Hello and welcome back to Factory Town Idle. In our last episode, we started unlocking the magical portion of the game, and I've done quite a bit more along that line, especially considering I haven't had a whole lot of idle time, time to play an idle game when, other than leaving it run idle, the past several days. So there's not been a whole lot of progress on other aspects. That is setting up all of the trading for the other towns to get the items that I want them to specialize in produced properly. But there may be a little bit of an assist with that because there was another update today, I think, actually, as I'm recording this, and the chief portion of this update have to do with Omni coins and Omni upgrades as a extension to the Omni stone system, which we have not gotten to yet. But the follow-up to that is a market specialties component, and that's here in the upgrades. Specifically down here. So here we can enable specialization, which unlocks the ability to set market items as specialty items, which increases their sell value and demand. So things you make in a town that you want that town to specialize in, you can now enable this and then enable up to 9 levels of it, whether that's 9 items or more, depending on how the thing works here. The value, increasing the value of that particular item so that you get more coins for it, and also then increasing the demand for those items. And also here, it doesn't just show you the level you're at, but also the maximum amount of levels you can gain in that particular perk. So now we can see that, we can see which things we want to push more on to get to a little bit more levels on, but we have a lot to go if we want to try to get to the end. However, I was awarded quite a few quest coins, and we're going to enable this. I think not yet, because we're getting plenty of coin. That's not the problem right now. The problem right now is actually balancing of trading. But as you can see, another component to this upgrade is some new primary quests. By reaching level 10 in the Magic Town, we have a quest here for that. That gives us a bunch of quest coins, of course, and unlocks the final goal, which is reach a town level 50, any town, and that'll give us the victory condition. Now, that doesn't mean that, hey, we're finished with the game, because you can keep going to keep working on towards a personal goal, but this kind of gives you a thing to aim for as far as the way the game is structured and laid out. So we're going to work toward that, of course. We have level 25 in Wallyville, and the rest of them are at 24, except for Magic, which is lagging behind at 20, and that'll get there eventually once we start selling more items there, once we finish all the research, and then start ramping up sales. But we also get these 4 quests here, which at reaching level 20 in these, I guess these are the tertiary set. Not counting the river and the forest, it's the mountain, the jungle, the desert, and the snow. So kind of the first one. Then you have these 2 as your next 2 that you unlock, and then these kind of get unlocked as part of. I guess they're kind of stepped down, but the tertiary and maybe quaternary set, if you want to count them separately, will enable a new upgrade, which gives you a XP boost for the selling of different kinds of coins, depending on which different kind of towns. So yellow coins come from the mountains, red coins come from the desert, blue coins come from the snow, and purple coins come from the jungle, which is interesting because I would think that they would be kind of in the order that they appear here: yellow, red, blue, purple. But they're in fact yellow, purple, red, blue, which is interesting. I hadn't thought about it, but that's interesting. It's an interesting aspect that I really wasn't expecting, except actually it makes some sense because the jeweler is here in the gets bonuses here in the jungle, so it makes sense that would be the purple town. And then no, that's the tailor though. I don't know. Who gets the bonus for the medicine hut? The forest. So most of that stuff is made here in the forest for the blue coins. But that's okay. So we're going to turn these in, and that should be the 4 plus a bunch more quest coins, which we will be able to spend now. You know what? Actually, let's. I keep hemming and hawing over whether I should do this or not, or sit on these coins for a little while. And I'm going to sit on them for a little while. So let's go ahead and take these 4 upgrades. The first tier, the second tier. The third tier, I don't know how many tiers there are of this. I think it's said in the notes, maybe. But now I'm not seeing it. Maybe it didn't say it in the notes. You know what, just do... Oh, wow. That's a thing. So this is a way to sync your coins, effectively. Billions and billions of coins. Okay, well, that's a good thing. And by the way, we're also working toward this next research so that we can start the ones after that. I did add a 5th school for somewhat selfish reasons, but also somewhat episode reasons, because it was going to take a little bit more time when I was ready to record this episode. So I added a 5th school to shorten it a little bit. It worked out okay. So we're gonna take a look now, I think, at the magic stuff that I've unlocked since the last episode. Most of that is down here near the bottom. We talked about the Magic Forge the last time. I think we were ready to unlock these 4 recipes, which take the 4 gemstones that we get from the aforementioned 4 tertiary, maybe tertiary, quaternary biomes here. The 4 gemstones from the mountains, the jungle, the desert, and the sapphire. Oh wait, is that where the color comes from? That's where the color comes from. The mountains are yellow, the jungle is purple, the desert is red, and the snow is blue because the snow has sapphire, the desert has ruby, the jungle has amethyst, and the mountains have topaz. That makes complete sense. Ignore my previous wanderings. I mean, it makes some sense. I shouldn't say it makes complete sense, but it makes some sense because it's associated with the color of the gemstone to the color of the coin. Anyways, so we have those 4. We're making those 4 crystals now. The next thing, as we saw here in the research, is to turn those crystals into power, which we will, of course, charge in the mana transmitter, presumably in the same manner that we are charging the mana crystals into mana power. So the same kind of thing here. And then we have the enchanter, which I think at the last time we had added the magic planks and the magic stone bricks. Well, now we also have a magic ring. And what's weird about the magic ring to me is that the magic ring is here in the enchanter. But there's a magic potion in the medicine hut. And there's issues with, I'll talk about that in a little bit, but there's issues with some of this stuff. And there's other magical things here in the machine shop. So why is the magic ring not in the jeweler? That's the part that's a little bit odd to me. I guess maybe because it's charged? I guess that could be why. Yeah, but this is charged. So I don't understand why the magic ring is in the enchanter and the other things are in their sort of home building, I would call it, given that. But either way, I need to also deal with this too, switching to making the general knowledge tomes here rather than, or from enchanted books rather than from books. But I think in order to do that, I also need to increase their production here, which means I probably need some more enchanters. But anyway, I also recently unlocked the refinery, and this is actually very recent. And we're turning steam and mana power into mana ether. And what's that's being used for right now is this research, along with I think the previous one or maybe previous 2 to this ether bonus, which gave us a boost to mana power production. And so I'm going to do this one as well as soon as we finish up with this. But it costs us mana ether, and it gives us the bonus to mana power production. And so that'll be a really good thing to have. We're obviously producing way too much of it right now in 2 refineries, but down the road we might need more, or the refineries might be used for something else. But this also, I just reminded myself of another feature of the game. If you right-click on that's been added and then updated, added recently and updated in the last update. If you right-click on an item here in the crafting screen, for example, it will give you not only the recipe that goes into making it, but also the recipes that it's used for. and it allows you to jump to the trading line where that item is traded from too, which is kind of a nice little thing. And actually, I think you can click here to jump to the item. Oh, we don't have that one yet. Jump to the item where that's being used as well, which is here. And we'll talk about these in just a moment, I think, because I have more of that. But that was just a new feature that I wanted to show off because I missed doing it the first time. And you can do it on any item, by the way, including an ingredient, and then just right-click again to cancel it. But you can see all the things. But I wanted to talk about now the magic rail tiles, magic boat components, magic conveyor belts, and airship components. These are saleable at a market. So actually all of them are, and they're all worth red coin, which is good. And they're all worth a lot of red coin, which is really good. But, sorry, that's not market, that's trading. But they all also give us a different, or an additional component. Oh, and by the way, we're selling a crap ton of things, which is part of the reason for the weird thing with herbs and other things. Because I did a bonus to get us up to 420% sale here in this town. But those, on top of those components being saleable here at the market, the magical rails, the mana pipes, the magic boats, and the airship components, they're also usable here to make these other support buildings. The mana pipe boosts production speed for all of those powers, all 5 powers. The magic rail tile increases the effect of the steam locomotive and the metal minecarts. So the steam locomotive boosts all trading speed, and the metal minecarts boost prospecting speed for all prospected, everything on the prospecting tab. So adding more of these is, I don't think it could ever be considered a bad thing. The magical conveyor belt increases the effect of the factory, whereas the factory increases production speed for many things. So that's also very useful, and I'm going to do some more of these, by the way. I have them at 2 right now, but I'm going to do more. Magical boat boosts production speed for all of those items, and the airship boosts production speed for all of those items. And so there's a lot of bonuses here in the support category, which is why, part of the reason why these are all up to 30. The other reason is, of course, these quests down here, the upgrade quests, that I'm still kind of working through when I have the free time. Note that the boats and the airships cost workers, just like many of these other things in this category, or half of the other things in this category, whereas the others cost land, which is what most of the other things cost here in this category. And some things actually cost both. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have enough workers. If you don't have enough workers, consider doing, not that. Consider doing this, workers per house upgrade. That'll give you obviously more workers per house, and then of course build more houses, if nothing else. Wait, wasn't there a worker upgrade here? No, I guess there's not. Okay, so yeah, and then do your house upgrade here if you need more houses. Also consider doing the cheaper houses. Where is that at? Is that not here either? Am I losing my mind? I must be. Oh, you know what the cheaper houses is? The cheaper houses is an upgrade here that you get from building more houses, I think. So consider, or make sure you do all of those upgrades as you get them and can afford them, of course. So I think what we'll do now is, as we're waiting kind of for this school to finish, which will be done in 4 minutes, is to go here to the Magic Town and just kind of show you where we're at progressively here. We're working through the last little bit of these tier 3, these level 3 researches here, the processing speed researches that we kind of struggled with before in every other town basically. And we're running a little bit issue on, harvesting. Okay, let's add a bunch of more houses to this town, just to make sure we get enough harvesting being done. And now, of course, that taxes this, but it only taxes it briefly, so it'll be fine. There are the exclamation marks there. Unless we run out of forester slots. But I think we're okay. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. So what is costing me so much? Planks and paper, of course. That's the only things being used here. Is there a... No. No. Did we make it? We might have made it. I think we made it. I think we're safe again. There we go. Stabilize. Balance. No, not stabilized. Look at the crafting of planks and paper. So what is your deal? It just... So as part of the update, there's also some updates to the way that these numbers are evaluated. They're evaluated in like 5 tick. I think it's 5 tick. Simulate changes to these, but it looks like there's, I don't know, something odd going on with it. Because, or is there? Maybe there's not. Or it could just be that I need more houses because I'm pulling so much mana shards. That could be it too. It could just be me. But why? Wow. Yeah. Wow, indeed. We could always do the worker per house upgrade to get a few more here. That wouldn't hurt, I suppose. And I will probably do... Yeah, this, I got to be careful with good consumption boost, because that's what's causing us to spend more. Upgrade efficiency couldn't hurt. Construction efficiency couldn't hurt. This actually affects your house costs also. Skill gain speed definitely won't hurt. Town XP boost won't hurt. Idle gain I'm going to not do any more of. Research efficiency couldn't hurt either. Let's do these two as well. Up to level 7. And that spends most of my quest coins. But I kind of expected that to happen. Let's turn in what's turnable here. Upgrade for workers per house and gourmet food market. Let's definitely do that. And I have a few more here that I hadn't done yet. In addition to these town XP multipliers, which we'll want to do. I'm not going to do the cash registers another level until we've done the research here, just because that scares me a little. But I think we'll do these because I don't see why not, as long as we have the coins to spend. I'll do at least a couple of levels. Yeah, we can keep going. We're out of blue coin though. I think I'll stop there then. I need to do these in every town now because they're new. But I wanted to come here and just kind of show you where we're at progression wise. I did unlock the first magic research here, whatever that one's called. I'm probably missing it because I'm scrolling fast. Whatever that first one was called. The mana something. Magic Forge, that's the one. So I did unlock that here, and I'm waiting on the second one until after these are done. But we also need to start making mana crystals here, which we're not doing. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I see, though, that you are complaining. And are you complaining for what reason? You should be 1-to-1. Why are you not 1-to-1? Why are we losing 1 per second of that? Is it just a weird balance out issue? Because this should be, and it is, drawing less than this is producing. Because 2 times that, since it takes 2 of them, 2 times that is about 25.5. And so there we have a little bit of a surplus here, which is noted here somewhat, although it's a little bit different. Oh, because I'm selling at the bookstore. Right. And that's could be part of it because I'm selling these at the bookstore too at a rate of 1 per second. There's the loss. This should be a 1-to-1 ratio, but because of the bookstore sale, I have a slight loss here. But I'm okay with that because, well, this will be done in 2.5 hours or so, and then we won't be pulling so many of these, which means we won't be pulling so many of anything else either. So that's fine. But anyways, I think we'll go back now to Wallyville in the plains, and this magical knowledge tome is complete. So we can do that, and we can start working on that recipe. That's, of course, made here in the Mage Tower, just like the others. I think we can... Oh, let's see. Let's add a third one. 2 of them make 10. 3 of them will be 15. It's still 1, 2, 4... So groups of 7 kind of thing. So I think what I will do is I will unset that, and I will assign... Yeah, because this is starved out because of the magic planks. I've been adding slowly some enchanters, but as you can see, we're making 37 workers of magic planks because everything's freaking using magic planks. Maybe we just need some more enchanters now. Make a few more of those. Oh, let's see. Where was I at? Oh, yes, this one here. Let's add 2 of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 4. But these are going to produce more because of that. So I think we need to put 2 into that. 1, 2, 4. Yes, that's 14, which is 2 times 7. Yep. Okay, so if we can get some more planks being made down here, then that'll make this balance a bit better. But man, are we using a lot of planks here. Okay, some of those went into stone, some of them into planks, and our stones are green again. So I want to freeze this here. This one's already good. This one actually could come down by 1. And that way it can go into the planks also. But we need to invest a bit more in the planks. Let's see. Yeah, we need another 18 planks per second. Which means... more than we're going to make, I think. No, actually, it might be just about right. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Once these go, actually, yeah, okay, never mind. Give me 1 more of those. Maybe in the next turnaround. And that's why I haven't switched the enchanted books over here yet, because it's still not, oh, sorry, not there, here, because it's still not quite balanced, and I want to give it a chance to balance things out before I throw another monkey wrench in the works. Yeah, I thought so. Freeze that there, let that gain slowly. Oh, and this went up actually, so yeah, we're just consuming more. So anyways, it's kind of a bit of a waiting game, which is not a surprise since it is an idle game. But I wanted to kind of show you again where we're at progress-wise. This is kind of a smaller update than the recent episodes have been. But, what did I do? Oh, I closed that. That's fine. But we can turn these all on, by the way. We're not making enough of these books yet, but we aren't anyway. Like, we aren't... it's just like with the industrial ones. We aren't making enough books. But we don't need to make enough books. It's going to ramp up slowly, just as the other one did in terms of skill levels. We should probably see about whether we're selling those or not, and we are, which is fine, because I do want any surplus to be sold. But right now we're not going to end up selling them because they are... they're being used before they get sold. Oh, crap. Except that I forgot about this part. The export thing. That is the weird part of this. Let's import them all back in. We have a few hundred to import in, which that's where they all were going, was in the trades. So we'll bring those all back in. You can see the auto rebalance is pacing them up until they zero out, and then we can turn that off. I'll need to go to the other 6 towns. Not everything but the Magic Biome, and also disable that there, just as I disabled all the other magical things we've unlocked since starting the unlock of it. So that'll be a little bit better. We're still not at a surplus, but we'll be really close. We'll end up, I guess, selling about 2/3 of what we could possibly sell. So we'll just kind of let this roll, let these run. This is Magic Knowledge Tome 2, by the way, that's being used here. So that's not coming out against us, but the magic ones are 3 years are being used here for this power upgrade, and then we'll get that all done. I don't know what's still available here, I guess. Well, I guess I should know. The Ethers come next. We need those powers, plus the Magic Tome 3s, plus the Mana Ether, and then Mana Reactors after that sometime. along with the temples. Omni Temple is a different thing, which we'll get into. That's the Omni Stone related stuff, which is like the final phase of the game, which Omni Stone storage is part of. These shrines will come also with these unlocks. I'm assuming they may also have another unlock, but actually it doesn't look like they do. It doesn't look like they do at all. And then these bonuses here, of course, which are equivalent to the one we were doing for mana. And then we get into the Omni Stone phase of the game, I guess, after that. The final stage of the game is these star coins, which I think you earn those by doing something with the Omni Stones. And then that's kind of just like your infinite sync, end game sync here in the research as well. So we'll get to that, and we will do some of that in a future episode. But for right now, we're going to leave this here, and I'm going to continue doing some work off camera to balance out some of the crafting of different things and see if we can get a stable economy between all, what are there, 8? Yeah, all 8 towns and all 8 biomes. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.